Hello and thanks for joining the Tuesday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Ayodele Uzugbakun. Today on the program, police withdraw officers guarding VIPs as IGP pushes for community policing. And later on the show, herdsmen kill more people in Kogi East as reps demand action against killings in Plateau State. I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, Chris Kende Wandu, and Adekule Yusuf. So if you're ready, let the hangout start now. Thank you for joining us again. Nigeria is grossly underpoliced and underprotected. Currently, there are about 400,000 police officers available to protect about 170 million Nigerians. This falls short of the United Nations ratio of 1 police to 400 people. Sadly, this shortage is worsened by 150,000 men seconded. Note that figure, 150,000 men seconded to private individuals and companies. On Monday, the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, ordered immediate withdrawal of all police orderlies attached to private individuals and companies. For decades, this same demand has come from successive IGPs, almost as often as the directive for officers to stop mounting roadblocks in the country. Both orders were never successful. Meanwhile, Idris has called for community policing to ensure low crimes in communities, to stem hate speeches and curb insurgency. Why has it become a Herculean task to police Nigeria? Before I get to that last question, Babajide, look at that ratio. If we have 400,000 policemen guarding 180 million people conservatively, let's just put it like that. And if this figure is right, 150,000 of them, right? 150,000 of those men are attached to VIPs. Apart from the president, the vice president, 360 House of Representative members, senators, 109, people are the judges. Those are, very the magistrates and the essential ones.
Governors.
And governors, 36 governors across,
What commissioners?
No, with the commissioners. Okay. Now, how did we end up with 150,000 men for VIPs? Who are these VIPs?
Among the VIPs are National Union of Road Transport Workers. Yes, Agberos. Some Agberos have policemen as their orderlies.
Mobile policemen.
Yes, Mopol. 419ers have policemen guiding them. Money Mills Road guys who spend every night in nightclubs. They have policemen guiding them. If you go to a nightclub,
musicians,
you see these boys who come to nightclubs to waste money. You see them with their policemen, beside them. As they are spending money lavishly, they are being protected by these people. That is apart from policemen that are paid to guide those nightclubs. Go to the high-profile nightclubs in Lagos and see what I'm talking about. Militants, big-time militants on their own, they also have their own police. Remember when the Ozubulu massacre happened, and the guy at the center of it all, his pictures were splashed on newspaper pages. Did you notice that he had mobile police
beside him? Yes.
Beside him?
Yes.
Somebody with such a tainted past. So our policemen have become so cheap that any guy without a good hang on common sense can actually, if he has money to spend, can actually have policemen of his own. You saw an errant musician the other day whom a policeman passed
It's
his
AK-47.
AK-47 to him. So, for me, and then you have oil companies. A single oil company in Nigeria accounting for about 3,000 policemen in our country. One oil company.
Wow.
You see, if the IG would do this in a honest manner and not just do it because it's the tradition, we will find policemen to police our streets. We will find policemen to do
Regular
their regular
protection of life and property. They will join RRS and co.
Because the era of simply having a policeman guiding the wife of a politically exposed person,
Holding madam's
and only
back.
carrying madam's handbag. Madam is going to the market. It is the policeman that carries madam's handbag. That is diminishing the police, destroying the perception of the police in the minds of the Nigerian people. And every year, because the first question you asked was, how come, why has it become difficult to police our country? Every year we lose perhaps hundreds of policemen. There is no day that policemen don't get killed, either by armed robbers or by other people. Even criminals, kidnappers, they murder policemen. Yet, recruitment has not been commensurate
With the death.
with departures from the force. People leave the force on account of old age. They've reached retirement age, they leave. When a new IG is appointed, and the IG is actually junior to many people in the police,
All the DIGs
will chase
All the
up
seniors.
all the seniors will be chased away. Vacancies are created that we hardly fill. We must, before we can have enough policemen, we must consistently recruit into the force. A situation in which for 4-5 years we've not made recruitment into the force is a very unhealthy development. That is why Nigeria is so thoroughly unpoliced, and we have to now rely on soldiers, the Air Force, surface troops of the Air Force to help us in peacekeeping in our communities. Well, the police are overwhelmed. We just don't have enough policemen. The IG needs to come out regularly and let Nigerians know the level of sacrifice that policemen are making. I'm telling you, if the police will publish the number of policemen that get killed in a month in Nigeria, Nigerians will be shocked. The rate at which they are killing policemen in our country, headsmen are killing them. Just look at, in the last few weeks, the number of policemen that even headsmen have killed. And that's the way it is.
Just that uniform makes you...
You are a target.
It's a target.
A target, once you are in uniform, they must waste you. When the Boko Haram terrorists went to run in Calabalgate the other day to attack that base, they killed policemen, they killed soldiers. So we are losing a lot of policemen all the time.
Adekunle, now when you want to look at this trend, we are under-policed and IG is making this kind of announcements, especially, particularly roadblocks. I remember MD Abubakar saw it all through and through. I remember that time when he said no to roadblocks, and I monitored for some time. Because if you travel outside Lagos and you go to places like from Lagos to Akure, from Lagos to farther places, that's when, apart from the highway, what do they call them? Highway patrol. That's, they have responsibility to guard the highway. But if you go from here to Akure, you can count like 30, 40 checkpoints.
More than that. And you see, I'm not excited by this declaration that they will do this, they will do that. You see, look at this same IG, September last year. He made a pronouncement, and in fact, an order that roadblocks should be dismantled nationwide. Are the roadblocks not still with us? They still travel around.
The ones I don't understand.
They don't even need roadblocks.
Oh, no.
They will just be stationed.
Honestly.
Have you? No need to block the road.
This
They
is
just
from
take
now
it.
from here to that gate.
If you
see
travel from
police,
here
you
to
see the police,
Akure, especially when
going
you
far.
when you approach Osun State, you won't believe. As
Less than 1
a
kilometer.
team is talking to you, you are looking at your next team.
Yes.
So much that you get tired at some point that what has happened? As you are talking to one about a meter of, NEPA pole.
And not for
you
your
are seeing
safety,
another-
no. Because, Oga, what do you have for us?
No, it's
What
not
do you have
about
for
your
us?
safety.
Chairman, what do you
They
have for
will
us?
show you, look at that armored tank. I'm telling you, I'm talking from experience. Now, Oga, look at that armored tank. We need money to maintain it. I will tell them that, but the government that bought this armored tank,
To be able to maintain it.
they will say that they actually give you money. They will say no. They will say, and
It's slightly true that government underfunded.
They are underfunded.
Maybe-
That one is, they are underfunded.
but they keep,
They tell you the impress of a police commissioner. You burst into tears.
They tell me this. Sometimes I wonder, believe me, ordinarily I usually pity the Nigerian police because the system doesn't make them to be effective in their
professional
service.
in their conduct.
When you look at many of them, the training is not enough, the equipment is not enough. Then the workforce, the manpower in terms of
police.
numerical strength, they are too few to police Nigeria. This IG has an opportunity. At a time, people will write about your tenure and all that. This issue, he can use this opportunity to change people's perception about his tenure, in the sense that he said he has done a
popularity
memo.
is low now.
No. In terms of IGs we've had in the recent past, I don't envy him at all. So he can use this opportunity to boost people's confidence in him, in the sense that
By carrying this out all true
yes,
and true.
Diligently.
walk through the presidency. Make sure that this is carried out. I know it is very, very difficult because the people involved, senators, there is no one that can withdraw their police without Wala.
No, they will still give them.
They will have. The executive will have their police. The judiciary, nobody can take that away from them. And the legislature, as I said, the ones that you can do, the criminals. I don't want to name names. Even let's say in Lagos, you see big time criminals being policed with 4 mobile policemen.
Okay.
You wonder.
How about some people with genuine cases, as in, I wrote to the IGP of police that my life is under threats and I need police protection. We have some people that falls into those categories, genuinely.
Yeah. Truly, there are categories of people that fall within these set-outs with set-out guidelines. The police has guidelines as to who is quote and unquote a VIP or who is not a VIP. Now, within the statute books, also there are categories of people who are entitled to police protection. Let us not get it wrong. There is nothing wrong in me as a person, as CKN, that if I feel my life is threatened, I have certain exhibition about anything threatening my life, nothing is wrong with me applying to the Nigerian police for protection. It is done all over the world. There is nothing wrong in that. It is done across the globe.
They will assess
that is what I'm saying. That is what they will assess whatever your complaints are. And most often they are not. What they even do across, not in Nigeria and in the other parts of the, they will even send you plainclothes policemen. Not policemen, secret service officers, not those in uniform, not the type we see here. Let me give you another example. If you want to know how reckless, how demeaning they reduce policemen in this country, go to any party. I mean social gathering, parties. and see what happens. In fact, it has gone beyond police.
It's like a status symbol.
Ayo, let me tell you,
You get to social gatherings.
Ayo, it has gone beyond police. You've been to parties where you see soldiers now.
With guns.
With guns. Not a soldier cannot be assigned to an individual to police. Even assigning governors, there have been instances on this program where governors have asked for soldiers to be deployed to their states for security purposes. And they said that except this commander of
Is the president.
is the president that can order that. But go to parties in Nigeria these days. You see one riffraff or whatever, I don't know, money misroad and having about 2, 3. Some of them will even carry money. The money, when the man is spreading, they will hold on to the money and be giving it to him to spray and rest of them. Some. In the course of doing that, there have been so many accidental discharges. Some people have been killed. I'm sure you are aware of that.
Yes,
so many have been killed.
The other day, the police wanted to give
one close salute, and
for a couple that just got married.
Got married.
And they ended up killing
they just sprayed them.
The groom.
And they just spread them and they killed them. Yes. So it is the problem is really, really. I doubt how the IG will be able to execute this. I really doubt it. He can if he has the political will.
It's not impossible.
You know, on this program, anytime we talk about problem, it's our responsibility to profile solutions. Now, for the last time we spoke about police, and we talked about police reforms. We talked about restructuring, funding of the police.
Funding is important. The funding is...
Jide, let me quickly pick Mohammed. He's calling us from Borno State. Thank you for joining us, Mohammed.
Thank you. Good evening, Ayodele.
Good evening, Mohammed.
Good evening, Baba DJ.
I agree too.
Yes, I want to contribute to the issue of the security.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, really, the policemen are trying, but I want to comment a little bit on them. If we come to Maiduguri now, the way the situation that we are, especially the support that we have gotten from the insurgency, that lead us a little bit economic recession and the sufferness of our youth that we don't have jobs being there. So if you see, most of our youth are driving the kidnappers, that is tricycle, to cater their life for their living. Especially now, the kidnappers that are youth that are driving, 2 or 3 people are using one kidnapper to cater to their life, so that, for instance, in the morning, afternoon, one person will drive, in the evening, one person will drive. But this security issue, these policemen are disturbing us really. They stop us, collect our money, that is in terms of bribe, or they even molest us or underrating us. So we are not happy totally. So please, Baba Jide, try to emphasize this to us, please, on the national team, so that the issue will be resolved.
I think that the police are watching.
Yeah.
They don't always enjoy it when I speak the truth about them. You know, the truth is by nature painful to the ears. Let our policemen stop diminishing themselves by asking for 50 naira, 20 naira by the roadside. It doesn't dignify the force. That uniform should be a source of pride. That when you put it on, you should see yourself.
The highest
you see yourself
serve
as
your
having
fatherland.
been elevated.
They always complain about poor salary. And my response is,
they are not the
most
only
of us
ones
also
receiving poor.
most of us also collect poor salary.
Are they the only ones?
Their
calling
salary
them
is
not
higher than that of teachers, primary school teachers.
Yes.
Their salary is higher.
Most every other person.
So they should stop it. All these guys now who are suffering, victims of insurgency, buying keke napep, and 3 people,
kickstart the economy.
contributing money to buy one keke napep. And all you can do is stand at road intersections.
And they will still enter the napep.
Yes, as staff.
And they will clear to be staff.
As staff, and not
Staff of where?
and you stand at road intersections and you are taking money from people who are struggling. They will swear for you. So we just as Mohammed said, I'm appealing. Leave those guys alone. Stop the massive extortion. There's no way we will come here and not say the truth. There's no way. If you clean up your act, you dignify the force, we will be the first to praise you. We want the government to fund the police better. So this bill that the IG has been pushing for some time now, we support it.
Support it.
Fund the police effectively. I don't want a situation in which you hear, because somebody whispered into my ears, the interest of a police commissioner. And it's shameful. Fund these people. Policemen buy their own boots.
They buy their uniform.
Honestly,
They buy their uniform.
They buy their uniform.
They buy their belts.
And one told me that
They do.
for the past 7 years,
They do.
that nobody has cared to say, okay, this is a new set of uniform for you. So sometimes you see the uniform that the policeman is wearing is looking tattered. Whereas when you see the uniform of the American policeman, you feel like joining the force.
Yes.
You feel like joining the police.
You notice one thing?
Yeah.
Those guarding VIPs.
Yo, that
when you
very
see them,
good,
you see
yes.
the stash.
The stash and
See
yeah.
the way they are wearing.
buy.
Morale is high.
It's
You see, the
VIP.
thing is, they told me there is a big pulse magnet in this town. I will not mention his name. It's extremely popular. One day I was going to Abeokuta. They know police with their own, they also play politics among themselves. So they dropped the guy. They were supposed to travel with that big pulse magnet. So they dropped him. So he was racing. He wanted to catch them. So he flagged me down. And I said, okay, let me give this guy a ride. The guy forgot his cap inside my car. After I gave him that ride. All he was after is to make sure that he caught up with those people. Because he told me, oh, they are actually going to see Baba Obasanjo. Let me get there. When I get there, at least I will know that the journey that they are still proceeding on, I will be part of the thing. They want to work for these VIPs. They prefer to work for these VIPs than to go to Mambila and risk being killed by either headsmen or those natives. Or go to Zamfara and be killed by Buhari Daji.
Mike, thank you for joining us, Mike.
Hi, thank you, brother. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Mike.
Welcome.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I want to contribute in this program. The fact remains that I think the IG should be speaking to Nigerians because, first of all, they are the people causing the issues where the policemen cannot carry their job effectively. Right? One, as the Nigerians, most of the policemen today buy uniforms for themselves. They buy their boots, buy everything. And most of all the officers ask for returns. They will give this man out by hand. So let him, and if he wants to do it peacefully, let Nigeria know that after this, we should hold him if he didn't do it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your
When
contribution.
we transfer policemen from city to city, we don't pay them allowance.
Yes.
I've seen a DPO who was transferred. Nobody paid allowance. So the system also encourages the police to be corrupt.
Honestly.
So that's why the funding must be better, because when you fund them effectively, they have no reason to go extorting money like beggars on the streets. They have no reason.
But there's another big issue, even despite all we have spoken about. You know that the corruption in the police itself is humongous. That has to be taken care of. I was with.
No, there was a survey that placed them. Is it them on KCN?
Police was number one.
No, the first time that survey, I don't know if you remember, the first time that survey was conducted, the IG, the then IG matched policemen to the office of the NGO that conducted the survey, and they made the arrest.
See, I was with a DPO, a friend. And while we were talking, he just brought out a card. Do you know that an AIG requested for 500,000 naira, and within 3 days? And I was shocked that how will you get the money? The man said, you see me, that this is the list that normally every week, something like this, 2, 3. I said, but the AIG is not the commissioner of. He said, but what he was saying was that when you see, go on Lagos Road, they stop people they will not collect money from you directly. All the area boys are there. When you don't want to stop, they are the one that will ask to. That is to say, the area boys will collect the money on their behalf, since they know that some, because they actually monitor them. And when they got caught, it's serious. Even with 20 naira, you can leave the police job. But in spite of this, the corruption within the system, even at the low level and at the top, is serious.
We still have the IG squad that used to raid highways for policemen with money in their pockets
and the rest of them.
We still have that.
No, we don't have that. There's another unit that's been created.
They have a news that they even go to police stations that when they see money on you, you are in trouble. You don't have to be on the road. If they come to office and they see money on you, you are in trouble. They believe you must have extorted.
Everybody must come to the police station without money in his pocket.
It's funny, but
what if they want to eat?
But do you know the funny aspect of it? Those who are caught, the moment they pay, usually they pay 50,000. Then they will leave them. Then I will now say, why did you set up this unit when they are not going to do the work?
Okay, Isiaka is calling us from Benue State. Thank you for joining us, Isiaka.
Good evening, Ayo.
Good evening, Isiaka.
Today, are you still there?
Good evening.
Good evening. You guys are doing a wonderful job. You always give me courage and give us hope here. Seriously. The fact is that if this is what is happening to police in Nigeria general, you will be ashamed of yourself. True, Babajide say if you go to clubs, aside from VIPs, even the club owners, they are hiring police. You see police in the night there at the gate entrance. Aside from that, police stations, come across here. I will carry you to more than 2-3 clubs. Before you enter, you see policeman standing here, still there at the gate before you enter the club. Come to the police station in Boko here. So police stations, you see 2 policemen, 3 policemen. Guiding what there. Go to supermarket. Here in Makodi, I'm telling you, when you come Makodi, I will show you. I will take you there, you see. So I start asking myself, I wonder. So how do you expect for this man that will come and be guiding police station every day when you see they will give him 1,500 and 1,500? You expect him to go there and be kind of guiding people on the street? He will not do that. Because he knows that those people will not give him 1 naira. But when you come to police station or club, after the work, they'll give him 1,500.
Buy drink,
So that's what
And buy drink for free drink.
in the night, let me tell you, in Makodi, I'm telling you, in the night, they will be letting all these Okadas, collecting 15 naira, 100 naira. They will tell them, if they catch them, they will take 10,000. So police, the Okada riders, they will be afraid. They will give them 500, 1,000. How do you expect us to respect police? I'm speaking to you now.
Thank you.
Police.
Thank you, Isiaka. Police is your friend, though, Isiaka.
Yeah, but it's a fact.
Let's give the police credit. I don't know any group in Nigeria, any professional group in Nigeria, that constantly weeds out bad eggs. You know, from within his fold.
Especially in Lagos State. Especially in Lagos State.
The commissioner just left here now.
Especially in Lagos. If you are caught in Lagos, that's the end of your career.
Consistently.
If you are caught in Lagos, and that has been on
no, it's been like that
It's
even
been
from
Lagos stands out. Check anytime policemen are dismissed.
Lagos is at the heart of this whole thing.
Mostly they are in Lagos.
Yes.
Even if we are saying policemen illegally deployed in nightclubs.
Yeah, it's also in Lagos.
Lagos is also at the heart.
Lagos is number one.
If they release, if a Mohime can have all those policemen deployed to nightclubs and all those places illegally released to him, honestly, we'll police Lagos better, because we need policemen to serve as deterrents to criminals.
Yes.
All those highways, when you position them along those highways, you will know that there's a policeman here, and you will think twice before committing murder.
And Lagos, we need.
Yeah. So there are people there illegally.
Yes.
What happens is, now because they are going to work with the presidency now, the presidency will outline the people, the category of people that deserve to have policemen attached to them.
True.
So with the IG working with them, if you make your own request for police, all of them will make requests now. The IG will now check. As the central pool, the central authority, the IG will check and see whether you fit into the whole, I mean, the criteria. You fit the
Centralize
criteria
it.
before they will now
let's pick this
decide.
call from London. Yomi is calling us from London. Yomi is calling us from London.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Yomi.
It's Yomi, not Yemi.
Okay, Yomi, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to waste your time. You guys are doing a very good job there. Every one of you, you've contributed very well to the topics of discourse. What I want to say is that the police, they are really underfunded. And that's why you see many of them going out of their area of specialization to go on the roads and start extorting money. The government should look into this and fund the police very well. Here in the UK, if you see a policeman, just fighting a policeman, you start to shiver. So why should we in Nigeria not be afraid of our police? You know, it's because they are not funded properly, and that's why they go out to extort people. And that's my take.
Thank you, Yomi. Just Babajide, I wanted to
check people's phones.
Yes.
But the police will go catch.
Before we continue, Babajide, I wanted us to give a shout out to our viewers in London. The feedback we are getting is that we have all across viewership across the Europe and
even the US.
Thank you.
There's a colleague of ours from the sports desk, who is currently in London, Mayowa Ajayi, and he said from the airport that the cabman who called when he introduced himself, that my TVC staff, that the cabman who carried him was asking about Babajide from the airport. And then when he got to the home, I mean, where his host, that they kept talking about journalists Hangout throughout. And I'm like, just this little thing that we do here, is appreciated beyond the shores of our country.
Well, we continue to watch B-Sky B517 in London. When we return, herdsmen kill more people in Kogi East as reps demand action against killings in Plateau State. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Journalist Hangout, reaching you live from Television Continental here, and we are looking at the directive from the Inspector General of Police pulling out almost 150,000 policemen seconded to private individuals. As we are coasting home, gentlemen, Babajide, we've seen this directive before, and want to take IG for his words. I want to believe that in the next 48 hours, 1 month, maybe 1 week, we'll start seeing action so that policemen will be back on the streets to guard us, to protect lives and property, and leave those questionable characters.
Yes. We want to see sanity restored. There has to be sanity in terms of the way we deploy policemen to guard private individuals. Policemen shouldn't be guiding motor boys. Policemen shouldn't be guiding NURTW people. That diminishes the force. But I know that there are some big NURTW officials that policemen are guiding. They know it. The CP knows it. The people in the police know it's true. So it's not like one is exaggerating. But now that they want to centralize this and working with the presidency to determine the right category of people who should have police protection, hopefully we will be able to restore some sanity. But at the same time, the idea of centralizing this will also have its own problems. Because I don't know how the IG alone will be able to determine, all of the people who need police protection. Won't people now begin to forge the IG signature if it gets to the point that they are desperate? But frankly, it's a starting point. A Nigerian musician having up to 3-4 policemen guiding him and even fiddling with their guns makes no sense. That has to stop. It has to stop.
Adekule?
Well, I thank the police hierarchy, at least for the fact that they even said it, but I don't see it work. What I expect is I want the IG to push to back the call for state police so that each state will be able to, empower citizens to join the police force. They know the quantity and quality of police force they require. That will solve the problems. This may just be maybe window dressing. Yes.
Tiken.
Yes, it's a good directive. If the IG has the political will to be able to deliver on this, all well and good. There have been instances in the past, several IG of police came out with such directive in the past. So practically all of them came out and said, there's no single IG since I've got to know them that didn't come out with this directive. Right. So he said that when he came, he said that about the roadblocks. The roadblocks are there. They've not been dismantled. He said, yes, they are there permanent. They are there permanently. In fact, they are worse. In fact, today, a policeman still harassed me somewhere at Aculean. Even when I showed him my pass as a pressman, that he said, no, we did here, they protect Nana. You know, that kind of stuff. So, something has to do. That is not, no, it was not. It was not. You know, then I will also want the IG.
It's a request.
It's a request. That's what I'm saying. And I did something. I didn't want to say. I did something. No, but I will.
That's right. You're a good man.
I'm a good citizen. I also want the IG to give the commissioners of police enough power to see this through. It's not the IG that is going to see this through. It's the commissioner of police, the AIGs, and the DIGs. They are the ones who are going to enforce it. If this happens...
If AIGs are involved, DIGs are involved, then everybody is vetting the list.
No, but the commissioner of police... No, the commissioner of police... Commissioner of police...
It is the commissioner of police, yes.
Should be giving
in his own command, he should be the one to say, okay, from here...
He should be able to say this is this, and he should be able to get there. And wherever they are going, if they see such being violated, they should take immediate action. Even at the airport or anywhere. Immediate, let's take immediate action.
All right, moving on now. Kogi State is burning. More than 25 persons were slaughtered in their homes barely a week in Dekina, Basa, and Omala local government areas. Suspected headsmen have extended their reign of terror from there. From Benue, Taraba to Plateau states, Nigerians bear horrific tales. On Monday, newspapers reported one attacks in Omala local government area. At least 9 persons were massacred, while several houses were razed. In November last year, Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello chewed the of the state opened and invited herdsmen to be free to relocate there. He said he also followed it up by saying by February when he presented a certificate of occupancy covering 15,000 hectares to the Minister of Agriculture, Audu Ogbe, for the establishment of the proposed cattle colony. Babajide, from Omuoke now, let's go to Kogi State, our former state. Yes. So let's go to Kogi State now. And he gave a certificate of occupancy.
In Gideon's former state.
No, I don't get. I don't get 15,000 hectares of land, and ever since that time, he has opened the gate of hell in Kogi State.
He said it was just plain high service that he was doing at that time. Ojuaye.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
It was high service. Oh, let me show that. Oh, I like the president. That's why I go to the president's. I visit the president all the time. Oh, I like the president.
I'm always in Abuja.
Oh, when the president's son came out of hospital, I was the one who got my phone to take his photograph, a governor. You know, you see, now people are saying, oh, if flung open the gates of hell. That's what people are saying. Because
Kogi was not on the list of...
Although they are targeting agrarian communities. But in recent times, we didn't have this problem in that state. In recent times, Kogi East, and it is Kogi East that they are going to kill innocent people. The people of Kogi State deserve peace. They deserve peace. And whatever the governor can do, he has to do. If he needs to take advice from people because they've found a way to sell the narrative that is such a young man at 42, if he needs to take advice from people, he should take advice. How do you stop this bloodletting? Kogi shouldn't become the next Benue. Benue State is not at war, but there is, in Benue now, more than 200,000 IDPs. A lot of agrarian communities have been deserted. And that's our food basket. Deserted. There's no peace. People's lives are kind of disrupted. This has to stop. It was projected that more than 13.5 billion had been lost to attacks by herdsmen in the year 2016 alone. And more than 2,600 people killed in 4 states. The level of bloodletting is so disturbing. It has to stop. It has to stop. If you are the one who have invited people, open the floodgate to them, then you should know how to rein them in and stop them from killing people. Since you are the one who invited them, you wanted to show that you are more Catholic than the Pope. Okay, now they are here. They are here and they are killing people. It has to stop. All this, they kill a traditional ruler.
With the family. And the wife.
And the wife. And there are certain houses ablaze, slitting people's throats and all that. This has to stop. It has to stop.
Adekunle?
Just as Jide said, you know, this governor should just prove to the world that age shouldn't be a barrier to political office. It should actually be an asset.
Yeah.
But the way he's going about his administration, the style of this administration, when you throw open the gate of hell, shouldn't you provide the rules of engagement when you are so, ecstatic, to invite herdsmen? Because not all of them are criminals, but you invite them. After inviting them, I think the right thing to do should have been, there should be rules of engagement. That here in Kogi, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is what we don't do, this is what we take, this is what we don't take. But when you said everybody who is a herdsman can come in, the criminals among them, the good ones among them, and whatever that is happening, believe me, this is not fair to the people of Kogi, in the sense that they have suffered, absence of good governance in the last few years, that he has been unpopularly imposed,
losing their lives.
Unpopularly imposed on the good people of Jide's former state.
And Osiki, when you now move on, you now see basically this, they are coming into these agrarian areas and everything. Should there be a measure to be put in place by this his administration, so that what we've been experiencing the last 1 week, especially in Kogi State, is,
There's a saying that he who fetch ant infested firewoods only invites the lizard to a feast. That is what the Kogi governor has just done, right? He's supposed to have learned a lesson from what was happening in Benue State, just a neighbor. He's supposed to have learned what was happening from what was happening in Plateau State. He's supposed to have learned what was happening in Nasarawa State. He shouldn't have gone out. I don't know what to call it, patriotism. Is he saying he's more patriotic than the governor? I'm coming. Is he going to say that he's more patriotic than the governor of Benue State, the governor of Plateau, the governor of Nasarawa State, and even Taraba, Adamawa State? What is he trying to prove? He had no reason. In fact, when we were talking about ranching and the rest of them, Kogi was not even in the picture. It was in Benue. It was in Plateau. It was in Adamawa, it was in Taraba, and even Nasarawa State that we are talking about, where most of these guys were domiciled. Kogi was not in the picture, but in his usual characteristics, which he has displayed over the months or over the 3 years that he has been there and the rest of them, he has also come out again to show the level of negativities and the rest of them. What is happening in Kogi, it has gotten to Kogi. Do you know what that means? It is in Abuja. That is what people are not getting to know.
Of course, Kogi,
because where is Kogi State? Where is FCT? From Lokoja to the next, to neighboring...
It's Kogi, it's a bit far.
No. When you leave Lokoja, the next place after Lokoja is
It could
FCT.
even move down south.
Yes, it can also move down south. It can move down south. It can move to the central. It can move to Ekiti. It can enter Ekiti. It can enter Edo. And they are very good. So it is a big problem. I think what needs to be done now, the security agents, is a flag. It has been flagged up. Then what it means is that what is happening and what people don't understand is that because of the heavy militarization going on in Benue and some of these places, most of these guys are now leaving those places, are now finding home in where they are not this thing, and that is what Kogi has just provided them.
How do we curtail that, Babajide? Because that's the danger. If they are leaving Benue State, they are coming down south.
You see, it's the security agencies that I pity. Because we are saying that soldiers are overstretched, policemen are overstretched. Where do we
policemen are with VIPs.
We have created avoidable problems
for ourselves.
And these problems are not easy to solve. Even the killings in Adamawa and other places, they've not ended. The killings in Plateau have not ended. The killings in Mambila have not ended. These people, up till last week, they were still killing themselves. They will say, oh, headsmen and Mambila natives sign peace accord. You will hear that. They kill themselves again. Mr. President went to Plateau and launched the roadmap to peace. The day that he was leaving that place,
he was boarding the plane.
The day that he was leaving that plane, they were killing themselves after the so-called roadmap to peace. So is the security people, I expect the security people to rise to the occasion, but I know that it's also difficult. Because how many places are you going to deploy them to?
The landmass.
These headsmen who are causing this trouble, they are everywhere. They're moving. Know what they are doing now? They take over people's farms, and then even take money from the farmer.
It's happening in Delta State already.
To have access to his farm.
It's happening in Delta State.
So this is
the governor said it.
Pure criminality is going on. Pure criminality is going on.
Akitoye is calling us.
My farm?
Akitoye is calling us from Lagos. Thank you for joining us, Aki.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Aki. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah,
good evening.
Go ahead.
You are
we are hearing. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Aki.
My name is Otitoju. I'm speaking from Lagos here.
All right.
Please, sir, this issue of herdsmen, to me, to my own perspective, I believe they are Boko Haram. They are just using the issue of this herdsmen to enter into our people. This is the new tactic they are using. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave that for security people to unravel their identity. Chile.
So if you're taking over my farm, and you are now taking money from me before I can gain access into my farm, it's pure criminality, and they should be treated as the criminals that they are. The president has given a directive that wherever you see a headsman carrying firearms, carrying AK-47, don't waste any time. Arrest him. That is what these people should be doing. And I expect that the security people will show patriotism. It doesn't matter where you come from.
Wherever they have.
Even if the headsman is from your area, as long as he has constituted himself a nuisance and he has committed a crime against the state, you are obligated to arrest him and bring him to justice. That is the only way we can end this matter. This matter has gone beyond kid gloves. Now,
At all.
Yeah, it has gone beyond kid gloves.
Kule, your final take on this?
You called for their arrest. In most cases, it's very, very difficult because of the weapons they carry and the way they operationalize their movement and activities. But the people I pity most are the security agents, because we just tasked them with too much. Mostly things they didn't even have enough training about. The way these herdsmen are going, believe me, it's in the interest of this administration to do everything that is possible to stop. Because this is not a new problem, but it has escalated the way it has never happened.
Okay, I'm afraid we have to leave it there. Sikian, your final sec?
Yes, we have been talking of security agents, and our emphasis has always been the police and the army. We have forgotten the DSS. The DSS is underfunded. A lot of people are not saying that. Most of the legwork ought to be done by the DSS, not the police, not the army. Most of the information, these are the people that are supposed to be closer to the people. Gather intelligence from the people. People give the information and they pass it on. And so I think that all the other arms of government should be fully funded to be able to tackle this. They should work together as a team to tackle this. That's my take.
Thank you, Chris Kende-Wando. Thank you for being
very much.
Our guest on this edition. And I want to thank you, Adekunle Yusuf, a.k.a. Kuleshi. Thank you for being our guest. And the master himself, Baba Jide Kolade-Otitoju. Thank you.
Yes. I'm going to become a traditional title holder.
Very good.
You know that their king is Otitoju.
Really? And we'll go there.
We are going there.
We'll go there. We'll go there. And that's it. Journalist Hangout. Join us tomorrow. You join Citizen just tomorrow for another interesting episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11. You can also watch Journalist Hangouts on other platforms showing on the screen. Catch us up on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. Our feedback channel is Journalist Hangouts at tvcnews.tv. I'm Ayodele Ozubako. Bye for now and God bless Nigeria.